Picture this: a small village nestled in the mountains, where love and devotion are about to create a miracle. Our story begins with Anne, a young boy known for his kindness and unwavering love for his mother. Little did he know that his devotion would soon be put to the ultimate test. As we journey through this tale of courage and filial piety, prepare to be inspired by the power of a son's love. In this quaint village, life was simple but filled with warmth. Anne and his frail elderly mother lived a modest life, their bond unbreakable since the passing of Anne's father. The villagers often spoke of Anne's gentle nature and the tender care he provided for his mother. Their days were peaceful, filled with laughter and shared moments of joy. But fate had other plans. One fateful morning, Anne's mother woke with a fever that burned like fire. Her skin grew pale, and her breath became labored. As days passed, her condition worsened, leaving Anne desperate for a solution. The village buzzed with concern, everyone offering remedies and prayers, but nothing seemed to help. Worried and afraid, Anne sought the wisdom of the village healer, an old man revered for his knowledge of ancient cures. The healer's eyes were grave as he examined Anne's mother, his wrinkled hands gently checking her pulse. With a heavy sigh, he turned to Anne and spoke words that would change the young boy's life forever. Only the heavenly jade flower that blooms on the snowy peak of Mount Tuet can save her, the healer declared, his voice barely above a whisper. The villagers gasped, for Mount Tuet was known to be a treacherous place, its peak shrouded in eternal snow and guarded by fierce winds and dangerous beasts. No one had ever returned from an attempt to climb its slopes. Anne's heart raced as he looked from the healer to his mother, who lay weak and feverish on her bed. Without a moment's hesitation, he made his decision. Love and determination burned in his eyes as he declared, "I will go. I will bring back the heavenly jade flower and save my mother." The villagers tried to dissuade him, speaking of the dangers that lay ahead. But Anne's mind was made up. He packed a small bag with rice and water, donned his warmest coat, and prepared for the journey. As he knelt by his mother's bedside, she weakly grasped his hand and whispered, "As long as you are safe, I am happy." These words would become Anne's mantra, giving him strength in the darkest moments to come. With a heavy heart but unwavering resolve, Anne set out on his perilous quest. The path to Mount Tuet was long and fraught with challenges. He first had to navigate through a dense forest, where shadows danced ominously and strange sounds echoed in the darkness. Anne's courage was tested as he pushed through thorny bushes and climbed over fallen trees, always keeping his mother's face in his mind. After days of travel, Anne reached a raging river that blocked his path. The water roared and frothed, threatening to sweep away anyone who dared to cross. But Anne remembered his mother's loving smile and found the strength to wade through the icy currents. With each step, he fought against the powerful flow, his determination stronger than the mightiest river. As Anne climbed higher, the air grew thin and cold. Fierce winds howled around him, threatening to push him off the narrow mountain paths. Snow and ice made each step treacherous, but Anne pressed on. He thought of his mother's warm embrace, of the countless times she had cared for him when he was ill. Now it was his turn to be strong for her. Days turned into nights, and still Anne climbed. His food ran low, and his body ached with exhaustion. But just when he thought he could go no further, he saw it. A glimmer of purple amidst the endless white. There, on the very peak of Mount Tuet, bloomed a single heavenly jade flower, its petals shimmering with an otherworldly beauty. With trembling hands, Anne gently plucked the flower, cradling it close to his chest. He knew that this delicate bloom held the key to his mother's survival. As if sensing the urgency of his mission, the mountain winds died down, and a path cleared before him. Anne began his descent, his heart pounding with hope and anticipation. The journey back was no less perilous, but Anne's spirit soared with each step that brought him closer to home. He braved storms and leaped over chasms, the precious flower protected against his heart. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, Anne stumbled into his village, exhausted but triumphant. The healer wasted no time in brewing a medicine from the heavenly jade flower. As the village held its breath, Anne gently helped his mother drink the potion. For 3 days and nights, Anne never left his mother's side, praying for the miracle they all hoped for. On the dawn of the 4th day, color returned to his mother's cheeks. Her eyes fluttered open, clear and bright for the first time in weeks. A collective cheer erupted from the villagers who had gathered to witness this miraculous recovery. Anne's mother was healed, her strength returning with each passing hour. As news of Anne's incredible journey spread, the village erupted in celebration. People from far and wide came to hear the tale of the boy who had braved Mount Tuet for the love of his mother. They marveled at his courage and asked him, What gave you the strength to face such dangers?" Anne's response was simple yet profound. With a gentle smile, he replied, "It was my love for my mother that gave me strength. In the darkest moments, I remembered her kindness, her sacrifices, and I knew I could not fail her." His words touched the hearts of all who heard them. Parents hugged their children tighter, and children looked at their parents with newfound appreciation. Anne's story became a legend, passed down through generations as a testament to the power of filial piety and unconditional love. In the years that followed, Anne's village flourished. The tale of the heavenly jade flower inspired acts of kindness and selflessness throughout the community. People began to look out for one another, understanding that love and compassion could indeed work miracles. As for Anne and his mother, they lived happily for many years, their bond stronger than ever. Anne grew to be a wise and respected man, always ready to help those in need. He never forgot the lessons learned on that snowy mountain peak, that with love, one can overcome any obstacle. And so, dear friends, remember the story of Anne and the heavenly jade flower. Let it remind you that the love between parent and child is one of the most powerful forces in the world. It can move mountains, brave storms, and even create miracles. For in the end, it is not the greatness of our deeds, but the depth of our love that truly defines us. As you go forth into the world, carry this lesson in your heart. Filial piety and love can overcome all challenges and heal even the deepest wounds. May you find the strength to face your own mountains, knowing that with love as your guide, there is no peak too high, no journey too far. For in the tapestry of life, it is the threads of love that bind us all together, creating a masterpiece more beautiful than any flower that blooms in the snow.